Russell Latterby made a dramatic return to Scottish football as he turned out for Edinburgh City in their second round Scottish Cup tie with Irvine Meadow. But it was Irvine Meadow who scored the only goal of the game. Stephen Miller's route one ball was won by Richie Barr, who set up the on-rushing David McGowan to prod home from 6 yards. So delight for the Ayrshire side. It finished 1-0 to Irvine Meadow. Junior superpowers Auchinleck took the lead at Beechwood Park in the 7th minute. Stephen White heading in at the back post. Talbot's second goal will live long in the memory for keeper Andy Leishman. His long downwind clearance was too much for Threave keeper Vinnie Parker to handle, and the ball bounced up and over him and into the net. A special cup moment for Leishman, who was unsurprisingly mobbed by his stunned teammates. It was 3-0 Talbot just 67 seconds later. Colin Spence pouncing on some slack Rovers defending to slot past Parker. Threave's loyal band of travelling fans were given something to cheer just a couple of minutes later. A sweeping breakaway move beginning in their own box resulted in Sam Warren galloping forward. His fantastic on-the-run pass was met full on the volley by Andy Donnelly to score what will undoubtedly be one of the goals of the season's competition. But it was to prove scant reward for Threave. Auchinleck made it 4-1 at the break through Mick McCann. And it was 5-1 just 7 minutes into the second half. Gordon Pope volleying in after Gavin Collins had headed the set piece back into the danger area. Auchinleck looking good for the third round before the game had reached the hour mark. Things then went from bad to worse for the side from Castle Douglas. Daniel Dunglinson lunged in on Keir Milligan and received a straight red card from referee Gavin Duncan. Rovers 4 goals behind and now a man down as well. Substitute David Gillis was the next name on the score sheet. After some Route 1 football, he did well to create space and fire a low drive past Parker. Gillis got a second with just 3 minutes left of normal time, latching on to the through ball to strike powerfully into the corner from 20 yards. And there was still time for the juniors to net an 8th goal. A well-worked move, cutting open the tired Threave defence. James Latta tapping into the empty net. A comfortable win for Auchinleck. They host Vale of Leithen in the next round.
Playing in Hawick at Albert Park because of ongoing work at their own Netherdale Stadium, East of Scotland league side Gala took the lead in the 22nd minute. After some good work on the left wing, Jay Wilson centred for Jack Hay to sweep home. Hay made it 2 just before the break. Picking up the ball just past the halfway line, he drove at the Sutherland defence before cutting inside to finish well with his left foot. The Borderers looking well on their way to the third round at this stage. But the Northern Caledonian League side got back in it almost immediately, and Gala's Paul Young was harshly penalised for handball in the box. On closer inspection, the ball appearing to come off his face rather than his arm. Golspie striker Sean Kerr wasn't caring about that though, and he stepped up to slot home from the spot to make the half-time score 2-1 Gala. 2 goals in 10 minutes from Craig Livingston helped put Gala into a winning position. His first was all his own work, latching on to Craig McBride's long pass. He was thwarted at the first attempt by keeper Campbell, but kept his composure to sweep home a fantastic curling effort at the second attempt. The second was a tidy glancing header, Jerry Rossi with the delivery, allowing the striker to nod home unmarked into the bottom corner of the net. But having travelled over 250 miles for the tie, Sutherland weren't giving up without a fight. They got one back through substitute Gavin Nicholson, who slotted home from close range to make it 4-2 Gala. It was left to young striker Hay to complete the scoring for the afternoon. A second consecutive hat-trick in the cup for the 17-year-old striker, swivelling well to seal a 5-2 win for the Dean. They travel to Airdrie in the next round. Junior side Cooter entered the tie as underdogs, playing host to ambitious East of Scotland League champions Spartans. And their task wasn't made any easier when they were reduced to 10 men after only 23 minutes of the tie. The pacey Omar Kader raced in on goal and was halted by a combination of Ross Crosby and Darren Kelly. Despite both players claiming to have gotten the ball, referee Colin Stephen adjudged Crosby's challenge to have been illegal and gave the fullback his marching orders. Gavin Mallon stepped up to the spot for Spartans and confidently drilled his penalty home past Cooter keeper John Farquhar. The Northern Super League champions came close to levelling the tie early in the second half. Spartans keeper Chris Flockhart tipping away a fiercely struck free kick from Cooter captain Adam Wilson. They came even closer a few minutes later when Wilson's looping header was touched onto the crossbar by Spartans goalscorer Mallon. Great piece of defending on the line to keep his side in front. Spartans sealed the tie in the 83rd minute with a slick passing move. Cater was again involved, finding space on the left wing to cross for substitute Jordan Finney to slot home. A fine win for Spartans, but they must now wait on an SFA inquiry into the eligibility of striker Keith McLeod to see if they will feature in the next round.